Hi there. So this is a short video about pitching on a webinar or event that you're doing, or even in one-to-one. So this comes from a client who runs webinars, and at the end, she is pitching her product. And right now she's getting lots of engagement, lots of people are signing up, but there seems to be a bit of a loss at the end. Now there's a ton of things that we can consider, and we've already talked and supported her through that. But there's one particular thing that I think is helpful for all of us to know and understand and identify, and then learn how to incorporate into our process. And the first part of it is really permission. It's about having the conversation with people who want to know about it, who've asked to hear about it, who've raised their hand and said yes. And so if we look at this in a webinar workshop situation, what was happening with this client is that the end of the workshop or webinar was kind of just bleeding into like a Q&A and a pitch. And there wasn't a real clear distinction that this is what we're talking about now. Now, some of us want to do that by design, right? We're like, oh, we don't want to just like, now here's the pitch. But the truth is, at this time, at this day and age, most people are familiar with this process, with this sales funnel. They know at some point I'm going to be pitched. So the first thing I always suggest is actually tell them in the beginning what to expect. It's something that all humans love, and I think we see it a lot with young children. They love to watch the movie they've seen 100 times. They love to hear the book that they know the ending to. There's something about us knowing and going, oh, I know this is going to happen. And there's a comfortability and a safety of knowing what was coming next that puts us at ease. So when we are setting out the terms of the way our call is going to go, you guys know I can't stand the term discovery call, but hopefully your whatever the result of your call is or your webinar, your workshop, that you lay out, hey, this is how it's going to go today. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with that. At the end, I'm going to let you know where you can go get some more help with that if you want help with it. Or hey, at the end, I'm going to tell you about the program that'll support you with these things. You can have fun with it. Hey, if you think it's going to be one of those webinars where you're going to get a sales pitch at the end, you won't be disappointed. Or vice versa. The way we do it is, just so you know, this won't be one of those webinars where you get at the end. If you'd like some help and support with what we're doing, we'll let you know where you can go at the end. All right? Then we go ahead and we give the value. Then make it very, very clear at the end that we're transitioning to that point. So I told you in the beginning that I'd give you as much as I could in this hour. And at the end, I'd let you know where you could go if you'd like some more help. And then you explain that. What we have is this, or hey, I'm going to drop some links in the chat that is for our X, Y, and Z. So one of the core thing to understand in that is making it clear that this is where we are. Now, in a webinar workshop situation, one of the great things you could do is say, so who's excited about this? Who it wants to do this, do these steps, or take action in this, whatever you've hopefully given your wisdom and knowledge in any situation, there's action to be taken, right? Like who resonates? Does this feel good? Do you think you can do this? Great. Does anyone here excited or wants to know more about how we can support you doing that? Let them actually say, yeah. And anyone who doesn't, give them permission to go. And think how powerful it is that you're going to have a conversation with people who actually said they want to be there and they want to hear about it. That's going to be, a win-win for everybody. They're interested. They're interested. You're not wondering if you're boring them or if they're just being nice. They've actually said they wanted to stay. And anyone else who didn't, they left. So, so powerful. You had that permission. Now the conversation is being had with those who want it. So really something as simple as, who would like me to say this? Or who wants to know what that would look like to get help? Same in a one-to-one. If it's in your process or at some point in your process where you do transition, now there's lots of different frameworks and structures that you can do in these one-to-one calls. And they don't always actually necessitate having this kind of conversation. However, if it does get to that, then you can say, well, would you like to discuss what coaching or support something might look like? And if not, that's okay as well. Give them the out, ask for permission. And they go, well, yeah, I'd like to know. Well, this is how that would work, or this is what that would look like. This is what we'd focus on. Permission. It's permission, clarity. They know what to expect. They know where they are. I'll be honest, I went to a call today that I understood to be one way. And within about 2 minutes, it was a presentation. It was a full sales pitch presentation. Now, I was actually interested in this information, but this is not how I understood or how it was explained that the conversation was going to go. And I was in there with resistance. As a matter of fact, I cut in the middle. I said, hi. So I really appreciate this. And I actually do want to know about this. But my understanding was the call was going to be like this. So if we can wrap this up in the next couple of minutes, I'd like to get off this call. That was a little confrontational. I was a little upset. I actually did want to know about it, but I was there under false pretenses, and that was frustrating. So don't do that. Let us know what to expect. Make it clear. Bring that safety. Bring that place to go, okay, right, I got that. And I feel in control even though you're taking the reins. Very, very, very powerful. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, you want some help with this or interested in this, we actually just did some calls about this, and we always have some trainings coming up. Comment training below, and we'll see what we can get for you to support you. All right. Have a good one.